Hi everybody, welcome in. Thanks for coming. Like, subscribe, share as always. Please, I guess if you can, take a moment, take a deep breath in, and then exhale it out. We're going to do just a general collective reading. Remember, take what resonates, leave the rest. And then focus on the fact that the eclipse seasons and retrogrades take into account. Retrogrades, don't sign anything, don't do anything major during retrogrades at this period. So if you're feeling a little anxious right now, or maybe feeling a sense of like this is all about getting in your power, right? To change and becoming effective in the change of your potential. The courage within. All right. Every existing person has areas where they're always working on something. So every existing person has the character of self-affirmation, the need to preserve their centeredness. And if somebody doesn't, that means that their courage is not there. Courage is the willingness here. And that's the Leo moon we just had. So the need to preserve. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what the cards have to say. 10 of Wands is in reversed. Somebody's avoiding a responsibility. Overburdened. Someone's carrying a lot at this time. Undelivered promises, deceit. Page of Swords. This could have been a person who's in your life who's a child or younger than you. They're hasteful. There was some deceit. There was a message that came out bad. If it was a text, it didn't come out right. Communication's poor. Their project, new energy is not coming. They're stuck in the past. Strength card. All right, so you're overcoming difficulties. You're taming your beast. You're learning discipline and consistency, confidence, as well to overcome any fears or challenges or doubts at this time. So you're in psychological freedom. The capacity to know yourself when you're threatened. So that person could have threatened an area where it just, where it was just not, basically some people are repressed and they'll show in different ways, right? They're not conscious. We have the Six of Pentacles, debt, inequality, okay, selfishness. So this person here, if you're a watcher, you could be looking at your debt right now. This can also indicate too, either way, a relationship's built on good faith. Somebody was not loyal or is not being loyal to themselves in money. Or was not loyal in the relationship. If it's a relationship. 10 of Swords. Somebody has betrayed you. If you've hit rock bottom and there's nowhere else to go, it's going up. So if you felt backstabbed by a Page of Swords, you're going up. The next card we have is the Knight of Pentacles. Knights are about looking at practicality, but the Knight is in reverse. Somebody is in a routine and they're bored and restless. Now, I don't know if that's you or the other person, but we'll clarify. We have the Seven of Swords. Somebody is ignoring advice and breaking old habits. So somebody could be breaking habits breaking old habits, but ignoring advice. So I don't know if they're ignoring advice. Let's look at the Seven of Swords. This could also be, because it's in a reversal, that's actually imposter syndrome, self-deceit, keeping secrets. To me, this could be somebody else, or if it's you, be careful about that. Next, we have the Seven of Cups. Following that, this is oh boy, this is temptation, confusion. Don't be tempted by that page. That immature energy, being strong, knowing that you need to get out of debt, or somebody needs to get out of debt. This person could be the selfish person. I seem to be picking up on a reading for somebody. Someone's avoiding responsibility. Somebody has to have strength. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles, new beginnings, health, and vitality. Okay, so with the Ten of Wands, this means that if your responsibility, if you're not going to avoid responsibility, you take an initiative to take responsibility. If you're feeling overburdened right now, it's going to pass because there's new beginnings with your health and vitality with the Ace of Pentacles. Because you're going to have the strength to create some financial, you won't be worrying about finances. If you keep going, this is more of like a keep going. You need to be having the commitment. Okay, this person wanted a commitment with you, and you're more committed now to your finances, to a new beginning. They weren't committed in the past. That's a love situation. Now, if not, this is based on your career. You could be having a commitment towards a new beginning and a new opportunity to something that you want to do. You have the Eight of Swords in reverse. You're open to change and you're reflecting. The Empress says there's could be, this is about maternal. So you could be wanting to start a family. This can represent, though, art or new business. So I think you're looking at this as a new business venture, to self-reflect on a new adventure of what you're willing to do. All right. Yeah. All right, let's see. We're going to clarify it. Empress is abundant energy. You have the strength to create that abundance within you. The need to do that. You have the King of Swords. A message might be coming through for you. This is about having clear thinking, authority, logical. This is about law and order. I think karma came in, and as you being the King of Swords, taking leadership and making decisions that are fair. And this could be now. You weren't able to do that before. As you were stuck over here, or this person's stuck over here, they didn't break any old habits. And I think you're the one that broke some habits, but they failed to listen to the advice you gave them. Let's see. So you became more conscious. Yeah. Okay, this is fuller independence. Your opportunities are coming forward because of your own desires and affirming them. This involves accepting your originality. Being prepared to be standing alone and not denying yourself as well. Ace of Cups. Blocked emotions, bottled up feelings. Somebody could be blocking their feelings. This is repression. Anxiety is self-denial and repression. You can destroy your own being in the state of conflict with non-being. Basically, this is saying you're somebody standing in their way of their own potentials. I think you saw this person. The people that are repressed are neurotic, have mental issues. They act out. They can be threatened as well by the person, the subject, if you were the subject for them, or the object, right? They can't seem to grow. This has a lot to do with cups, grow in love. They have a distorted mentality of what love is. Repressed fantasies, reality. They checked out, you know. Sometimes we talk about like sexual objects, right? Or people who are in patterns of compulsion. And in other words, the consciousness they have lost. I think this is where they, okay, that poor person, Ace of Cups. So if this is you bottling up your feelings, which I don't know if it's you or not, but I don't think so. This is also about saying, choosing anyway, cutting behaviors and illusions out, accepting your responsibility and aloneness. Okay. I think that's going to happen. You're going to look at how the person who you are is looking at killing you. You basically, as the person watching, you killed off temptation. Let's put it like that. You have the Death card, endings and beginnings. So you ended and you changed. Maybe you changed away from that person. And now you're able to start a new project. You need to start something that's going to require teamwork or getting recognized. Let your skills and capabilities shine. Remember, your fate is currently tied to others. So this is a yes. So if you're thinking about doing something in regarding whatever that is, how it's going for you in work, maybe you need to tweak it a little. Maybe it needs to just get a little bit, like your environment could be what's also stopping you too, right? Some people can have an environmental issue that's preventing them to have a new birth, right? Sometimes that can be the case, but death is an actual, you're in a new whole different ball game than this person over here. Let's clarify. 10 of Pentacles. You're going to achieve establishment of wealth if you pursue whatever you're pursuing right now. And stay with it. Remember, it's not how it looks, but how it feels, right? When I say that in yoga, it means one foot after the other. One little thing you do each day counts. So 5 of Pentacles, improvement in circumstances will happen for you. Okay. Try not to get lack of ambition or perfectionism, and don't be impatient. I'll give you a couple more. Okay. If you're feeling bored right now or lack of motivation, what does the collective need to do to get moving here? Now, it could just be that. So you can't allow choices or decisions too many. This is also saying with the 2, focusing on how you're connecting with another person, if it's a choice or a decision to make some movement, right? Your world doesn't revolve around other people as much as it revolves around the fact of how it's going to impact others. Is those choices going to impact others? Let's see. Or decisions that if you continue to create this new beginning, like will it mess with you? and the issue? No, you'll be just fine. You're gonna make you're making a good choice. You're gonna have something coming in for you, work related, a new opportunity, a new beginning, maybe a new endeavor in how you're feeling to start something. This is gonna be a good decision. Movement and choices, let's read it. Okay, so this looks good. So I'll read this one. I think what's happening is that it's not gonna come fast. The last reading I did was saying it was a slow process. Here we go. Triumph and success. Sorry, that took a minute. This card right here is triumph and success. So utilizing your strengths, willpower, determination. You need to have focus. This is like the Ace of Swords. All right. And then with the number 2, let's just clarify number 2 for you. Just a minute. Oh, yeah, this is about money. This is money card. Okay, you're not supposed to do it alone. Okay? That's what it's saying. You're not supposed to do it alone. You need to ask for help. A partnership might come in and present itself to you. The best advice here is to reach out to somebody. That's the only way you're going to be able to move towards your goals in the physical world, material world. Nobody's meant to do things alone. The changes that are emerging are not random acts. So whatever you've been through, they're not coincidences. They're all part of this process that you're supposed to go through. This is going to enable you to avoid future problems and conflicts if you stay with what you're doing or what you choose to do in your project or endeavor, because this person ran away. This person couldn't man up or woman up. They were very selfish. They have a lot of debts. They would have hurt you. They probably would have taken, yeah, they had a lot of options, see? And they wanted to reverse it. They were tempted. Now you're over here sitting pretty and figuring out what is the choice that you're going to make the right choice, though. Let's clarify. What's the choice that they're going to make? The collective needs to know for choice. Let's see. Is this choice going to... Let's see what we have to say about this. All right. Yeah. All right. So you have lost the Tower. Okay. Because the Tower is in a reversal, this is going to help you with change. You're fearing change for personal transformation, and that's the reason why it's been slow, especially in the last readings. I've been trying to figure out why haven't we gotten this Tower card. So if I stand, okay, Ace of Cups again. We had this twice with the Ace of Cups, right? Yeah. So 2 cards of Ace of Cups. Now, when it's 2 cards, it's saying blocked emotions, bottled up feelings. So this is the other person. Now, if this is you, this is saying don't repress those feelings if you need to say something. Because if you don't, then that's gonna, it's saying that you're gonna be in despair, right? Don't let yourself get out of the consciousness that you need to stay in, right? This is about opportunity to change your energy away from what's not loving or who's not loving energy. This person's not in loving energy if that's the person. This is also saying too, you need to, a loving energy may not be coming towards you at this time as well. Or any love at this moment may not be coming up for you because you need to work on your finances. And it's okay. We don't want to be surrounded by people who don't have the capacity to know themselves, right? And it was actually a protection for you. And remember, because Leo's here, you know, courage. So the need to preserve your centeredness at this time is very important. All right, let's pull you one more. Let's give you an animal card. Oh, okay. Stag, take the lead. Yeah. Be the leader of your life right now. I'll read it. 58. This card's actually one of my favorite cards. And the stag is talking about responsibilities to yourself. Learning and developing new skills to transform and share your experiences and strength. So walk with confidence. This card can also be staying humble, walking your talk, wise leader, genuine, authentic, sincerity. When others struggle to follow you, they may be unsure that you can be trusted. That's why they've left the other person. If it's a love situation, this is also saying challenging you to be kind and strong when others are unsure about you. Challenging your value and questioning your worth. Know that your spirit has put you in this place at the time for the purpose and will not abandon you when you need help with your new responsibilities. So in other words, stag spirits appearing to help you find yourself, to lead the way, even when others struggle to follow you, right? Maybe you don't have enough followers. Maybe you're unsure that you can be trusted. Like some people are like, I don't know if I should talk to that person or reach out to them. This person could have been untrustworthy. But it was for you to stay kind and strong, right? You actually are challenge people, their value. You challenge people's values. All right. You question their worth. You know, and I don't need to tell you that. I don't need to validate that for you. But I think you take the lead. That's why the stag spirit's here. You do that for other people. You know, because sometimes people are like, can I trust that person? So let go of any fears right now. This is reminding you to take the lead, to practice self-honesty, right? And that self-honesty is being true to yourself. If not, then you're repressed. What is being true to you, right? That's, at the end of the day, that's self-trust, right? I think the truth to oneself is super important. Super. So where you're not being true to yourself, that's where problems arise. Okay? That's what I have for you. Like, subscribe, and share. Thanks.